All right, not financial advice. This is just for me. I got nothing to sell you. This is for me to become a better trader. On the left side of the screen, we have the electronic trading hours. Getting set up for market to open right here. Pretty bullish price action here. Not in a place where you can really do anything but short it. And not a very clean short setup, though. I do believe we will fill the gap here. And then on the right is the regular trading hours, which is what I'll switch to here in just a second. Relatively bullish. Bounced off of the order block from Friday here around the 8:30 Eastern time frame. All right, let's see what the initial candle gives us here. Could be a confirmation candle. If it goes lower, it could give us a short entry. But I can't long it up there. Even though I do think we will fill the gap. It's not saying a lot. It's only a few points, but you can see what it looks like over here. This is what it looks like regular trading hours. So not with the overnight. Struggling right now. And below the 21 EMA, this is what's so interesting. Below the 21 EMA on the regular trading hours, above on the electronic. Tale of two worlds. It's hard to see that end of day price action. It's over here. Let's see, that was Monday. I see Friday's actions way over this way. So when you have on the electronic trading hours, you can't really see that last actual market open price action here. This opening candle can do a couple different things for us. It could be the subject candle. It could be a confirmation candle. It could be an entry candle. Right now, it is an indecision candle. Hard to ignore this. It's sort of a battle right now between order blocks. Now you've got this one over here, almost stacked right on top of this one right here. So right now it's just ping-ponging back and forth between the two. Usually when you have a setup like that, once we either bust out this way or that way, we'll find out what's up. It could just be a quick pop above, fake out, in either direction, which I would actually favor a fake out lower here because we know there's this order block down here. So if we're going to fake out, come down here and blow this bullish order block out, come down in here, hit this guy, which is doubled up with this fair value gap, and then come and cover or fill the gap, as we say. All right, so this would lean with that theory. We're going to wait and see what happens. Previous day low, also right here. So there's some good liquidity in this area. I'm trying to get Bookmap's map to work right now. It's not working. It's being very annoying. Running into some stuff here. Opening candle not looking so pretty. And here it goes. So busting out of this range, lower. This could be a perfect place to long it, or it could be headed for this liquidity zone here. It was going to have to pop out of there at least a little bit. Whether it's going to come down here and take out this liquidity or not, it had to pop a little. And there it goes. Bounce right off of that area there. Definitely wouldn't long it. I don't have a signal to long it necessarily. But as we keep an eye on this, definitely liquidity down here. Previous day lows right there. But this is the order block that created that previous day low. So we have the electronic trading hours right here. You can see a little bit better here on the regular trading hours. There's the order block from 1150. Came and dipped into it in the 1400 hour. A big run off of it, and now back dipping into it here. So will it go and take that liquidity? Trying to get my bookmap to work. Bookmap is not working for me right now, so that's great. Trying to get support, and the support representatives are all busy. Well, that is what it is. So no open trade signal for me, although I am looking at this. The reason I have the regular trading hours up over here is because I've been watching and back testing this all weekend, and the signal setup for the open trade is actually pretty solid. As you can see, like here, okay, so we open lower. Well, where's the potential order block would be right here, so that would have been a heck of an entry, 19.25. In fact, I already would have, we've gotten fill on, would have been one tick away from a full fill if I'd taken that one. So just kind of there it was. I would have been filled there. Just kind of looking at the difference between the two, because I've always used these formations, these pre-market formations on the open trade, which didn't give me a clear signal today, even though it did look like, hey, we're at resistance. We're also not far away from filling that gap. Okay, so it's coming for this previous day low liquidity. It's gonna go lower. There it goes. And so as of right now, that would have been a super premium entry. I mean, one tick from the absolute high, and we would have good ways to run to go get that London liquidity, which should be marked out here. Yeah, it's already been taken. Okay. And that's why the electronic trading hours are helpful. Okay, so that order block got breached. Now let's see if it actually trades down beneath it, or if it's just going to liquidate and then run it back up. But if it trades beneath it, we could get one of our 4 setups. Might pop off here. Short it. So now what I'm going to do is swap this guy over to regular trading hours. And then I'm going to pump this guy to the 1 hour. And I'm going to put him on electronic. And so nothing can get past me. Yeah, it looks like there's more room to run lower here. Okay, and there's possible setup here. So if this gives us a bearish fair value gap here in the support. If it actually closes that way, then that'll be a decent entry to come for sure. Take out this, at least. We'll see. It may not do that. Might rock it up. Who knows? Anything can happen. Closing that gap. Closed it. Gap is closed, my friend. Closed it. Doesn't mean it won't still go lower. It just means that it doesn't look like we're going to get that set up. Although it could still happen down here. Okay, wow. Pretty incredible. What an entry that would have been. Now we'll wait for the 10 a.m. setup. It's just crazy because I spent the whole weekend back testing that, and it looked really good. It did. It looked really good. And now that I sit here and look at what the entry would have been, which is 1925, lots of resistance over here. The inverted fair value gap there was also right at 1925. I should have paid more attention to this chart instead of the electronic chart. The electronic chart will give you some layups, though, so I'm not going to disregard that, but I do need to amend my plan to include what to do with both charts. That's going to be tough to backtest, but I'll have to do it. This is a good example. Perfect simple entry would have had no stress. Would hit full target in pretty short order. That jumper lower right there. This 1 hour, we also have this pretty big bearish fair value gap right here. And it has not got to the midpoint yet, but you can see that midpoint is resting right above the previous close, and that's why I do think at some point we're going to trade up into this. And you got a nice order block right here at the top too, from 24 to 28. Which is actually a propulsion block from the main block right there. So yeah, there's liquidity up there. Maybe one day if Bookmap decides to start working. Maybe we'll get to see it. All right, so no fair value gap, but massive rejection off of the inversion of this fair value gap right here, it looks like, from Friday. Wait a minute. Yeah, Friday. So yesterday, although the futures market traded for a little while, it's considered to be electronic hours. It's not considered to be regular trading hours. And so now we're getting that rejection. And this is getting flipped into resistance. We could go much lower today. Getting signals from the E-mini Maverick here. Okay, and so now that sort of comfortably has rejected from there, you can see just a quick touch. That's not the way I play it, but it definitely looks like it's going to at least come down and take out this London low. That's what it looks like. So some support there in the 1 hour in the overnight session. So it may not be a super swift time of it, but I do expect it to get there. Let's see what kind of signal we get. Too many shorts coming in, popping back up. We should see what kind of signal we get at the 10 a.m. time frame. So frustrating. Cannot get my book map to work. So it looks like it came back to about the midpoint here of the previous order block. Lots of back and forth there. Hitting some support here on the 1 hour, which this is from the London session. So I don't like to short when we're near the lows for the day, but I would if we got a strong enough signal. So like if we get a fair value gap beneath the support or even inside of that support, like it's broken and then a fair value gap that's a part of that, then I would take the retest on that. As of right now, though, we don't know. This could just have been a liquidity sweep. It's going to come down and gather this London support and then come fire back up into the 20s and cover the gap here, or fill the gap. Seems pretty resilient so far. Well, it's not doing anything impressive, not making new highs or anything, but there's support down there for sure. This isn't going to be a straight line, I don't think, to 4,500, but I do suspect we'll get there, the way it looks. Especially if this candle closes below this level. If that happens, then I do think we have a good chance to go much lower. Let's see. The electronic trading chart on the side just to see. Yeah, the opening candle got up into that resistance there. 1925 again is 1925. So I was a little discombobulated at the open today. Gosh, not that it was so obvious, but it certainly was a lot of confluence with 19.25. Except for on the electronic chart, which is the one that I trade. A little bit there, a little bit. That's all right. So the only chart I was really looking at today that's a part of my plan is the only one that didn't really have a super clear signal. Otherwise, we'd have been short at 1925 and taken a full rip already. Hanging out here, trying to figure out if this thing is going anywhere or not. Hasn't been able to make a new high in a minute on these 5-minute candles. So struggling. But now you can kind of see why. So if you didn't have these things drawn out, didn't know what an order block was, for example, you wouldn't know why price bounced here on Friday or why it's rejecting right now. You see that? This is sort of like a perfect illustration of order block, pushing price higher, right? Coming back to it again, making a new high there off of that same order block. And then today, cutting through it, and it's just looking what happens once that happens. It becomes Wick City. And the silver bullet hour starts in 3 minutes. Two minutes. It looks pretty weak. It does. If we had taken it 725, yeah, would have just barely. Oh, 2 ticks. That's why I don't like to take the first retest, because you can just get stopped out so easily. People are usually piling on the shorts. There's always a lot of people right at these lows who put sell stops. They think, oh, if it breaks, it's just going to run away. They put sell stops, and then they freak out when it starts going up here and they cover. And so that's why I don't personally do sell stops. I won't take that trade. But all right, 955 candles, definitely going lower here. Hey, Governor Waller agrees the central bank can proceed carefully on interest rates, whatever that means. Treasuries rise. Nothing going on today. Let's check out the bond market. Getting oofed today by 28 bips, but holding at support there. All right. $9.55 candle so far, Chop City. Tesla rebounding today, $5. After a pretty bad sell-off on Friday. All right, so this here is starting to look more like accumulation, guys. Let's see if it continues this sort of downward channel Right, you see that there? And this is the 10 a.m. candle right here. Equal low. Man, it's got to go lower, right? It doesn't have to. It would make sense if it did. It definitely doesn't have to. Teeny tiny. Teeny tiny little bearish fair value gap. It still exists, although that's not done yet, right? Because this candle is an hour left. But that is an interesting looking. I mean, it looks pretty bearish. Anything could happen, but it looks pretty bearish. I would feel better about it if we do get a long setup. I would feel a lot better if it went and took this liquidity out first. You know, you don't want to get like the fake out long setup and then wiped out. But we'll see. I mean, if it comes up and it closes above this guy right here, we will take it because we have a liquidity sweep. So liquidity sweep and then a signal, a clear signal. I call it DFE, Derek's favorite entry. It's basically just an engulfing candle off of the low candle. In this case, it would be an equal low candle. But if we got an equal low candle and it closes above 08, that'd be enough. That'd be enough because we got the sweep. Otherwise, we're looking for a different confirmation. Now, sometimes in the early stages, in the early parts of these silver bullet hours, you'll get sort of a signal in one direction, but it's just running quickly in that direction to get liquidity. So like it might give us a short signal here, but just to go down here and just to pick that up, and then you get a long signal. You can't get multiple signals in these silver bullet hours. Oh, it's another indecision candle. Well, that's bumming me about that open is that there wouldn't have been a huge risk. I would have been able to get a 1925 and, you know, could have had been cleanly in validation with only five points or 20 ticks. I would have had one tick of drawdown. It's all right. It didn't set up the way that I wanted it to. Daddy's picky. I have 45 seconds left in this candle. It could still close above 08. But you see just continued rejection from this area, which on Friday was our... But I mean, if you were short right now, would you be feeling good about that? Do you know what I mean? That's why for me, I need clear evidence. Like if it breaks this level, I want to see a fair value gap. You know, that's basically what I want to see. I want to see a fair value gap lower. Like, hey, we're going way lower. Support to the left, and that's what you have here. So I don't want to ever short support. So that's why for me, this isn't a short. I'm going to take, even though it kind of has the semblance of one of my setups. It's not it, and it may go lower. In fact, we're still calling 4,500 being the most logical place for this to go right now. And then who knows from there. So look out below. That London pop came off of an order block here, which goes down to 96.25. So kind of doing this controlled selling move right here, which is usually bullish. We're going to be patient and wait for a really clear signal. I will be making changes to the trading plan. Tonight I'll make changes to the trading plan as far as being able to enter off of the regular trading hours. I'll go back and back test that. Regular trading hours, opening candle. I'll go back and back test that. I haven't back tested as much as I need to say, all right, I'm going to put it in the trading plan. I just looked at it. I was looking at regular trading hours for a different reason, and I just happened to test a few, some of the days on the open, but I need to go back and get scientific about it and see. And if it's there, then I'll go for it. Now, if I get it close, if we're close above 08, there it is. Okay, so now this is coming in at 10:05. It's not too surprising. Still got 2.5 minutes left in this candle, though. So let's not get too excited just yet. But that would meet criteria for me. So we're actually in support down here. You see how well that is sort of forming. So we're in support. And if we get a long signal in support, that's a good thing, right? Even though we got this overhead of resistance right here, that's just a liquidity sweep. So we get the liquidity sweep, but yet we're still in support. It's previous day close, order block, all that. Liquidity swept. Let's see if it can close. It may not. This could just be another stop run. But I wanted to close above 08. Those extra 2 ticks right there. Oh, nah. All right. Just going right kind of back into that mid area again. This could give us also another reason, or it could give us a different kind of signal to go short too. This is a crucial candle for my system. It's like this closes bullish, but doesn't close above 08. And then we get an engulfing bearish candle. Now I got to short it. And now I got to short in support. Not ideal. Still trying to get bookmap connected. finally got support. Okay, now let's see what happens. All right, that's a bottoming candle now. Can it close now above the 08 number? Now we actually need 09. Technically, this is the bottom. So the DFE, I need close above 09. This sure doesn't seem like we're going to get it. It really doesn't. Yeah, I got to tell you, looks like a liquidity sweep. I'm going to punch it higher here. Just the way that candle looks. But since it was a jumper lower, let's see where it closes. We've got another 2 minutes plus. One minute left. Ooh, there it goes. I thought we were it looked like it. Maybe. Hey, it's not there. Not there yet. Let's see the last 20 second look. Could do it, right? Could just pop up. The thing you don't see when you're back testing. You gotta be ready. Doesn't look like it's happening though. 10 seconds left. So lots of struggle there. So Bookmap is finally working. A lot of liquidity down in the 4,500 area. Tremendous cumulative volume delta to the negative here. And it's been like that since the open. I mean, just straight negative. Very, very, very negative right now. Bunch of orders sitting on 4,500. Here it comes. Imagine being short through all that. Sheesh. Well, would have worked. At least to some extent. Not getting a super crisp signal here. We could just nuke lower today. That could be what's going on. So I'm probably going to get a fair value gap out of this. See what happens with the next couple candles, but remember there is support down here. You're seeing it right here. And then that also, this candle, the 4 a.m. 1 hour candle, is bouncing off of Wednesday, August 30th's bullish order block that hasn't been touched until 4 a.m. in the overnight session. So I got a nice pop out of it. Popped a lot. But we're quickly back there now. So holy smokes. Here comes that support again. So we're just ping-ponging right now between these two hourly order blocks. So we got bearish one here, which is a huge one, from 20 to this is about 13 point right there. And then we've got the other one from August 30th that we're just sort of pinging back between the two. That's why there's so much of this going on right here. Just pinging back and forth between those two hourly order blocks. We're all waiting for a signal. Not going to get to 4,500. Some liquidity building around 09. So people who are shorting are putting their stops up here in this area. Which usually would get priced back to there pretty quick. That actually was the most bullish thing we've seen. Liquidation come up and actually closed inside of this area, which we have not seen. Have not seen that yet. So this actually looks, of everything, this looks the most bullish. Now, because that's the low, we need to close above 08. And then we can start looking at being bullish. Liquidity is definitely lower, though. I will tell you that. We missed the opening trade. I was very discombobulated. At the open. 1 minute. Man, it sure looks like this thing wants to go higher now. It's wild. Got a very nice liquidity sweep. didn't go get the London low, though. That just seems so bizarre. But if anything, that front run right there tells us something. It could be turbo bullish. And we might get just monstrous candles here and we can't even chase. Good. And right now, remember, it's early. It's early in the candle, early in the 5-minute candle here, but still in the first 2 minutes. Don't ape in. If this does spike, do not ape in long. Remember, we've got other resistance here, right? Well, used to be support. Now it's resistance. We got that to get through. There's other stuff going on. We have fair value gap at 11, 12.75. So just be patient here, although that does look a lot better, because of the close, showing the strength to close. Obviously a liquidation situation, and then the strength to close up into this resistance makes it look like the sweep, the liquidity sweep is done, which is interesting because the majority of the liquidity is sitting at 4,500. And now it's starting to build at 10 and 12.50. So let's see. This is not a low candle, so we only need to close above 08, so 8.25. 2 minutes left, and that would be a signal that we would have to take. Brutal as it is, feels like it's always supported resistance everywhere. I was like, all right, we're gonna long right here into this resistance. Sounds good. It would have been nice to see that tick up one more tick, and then we can try to play it back, because our order would be at 08. 08.25. That's where we would be taking the buy if things continue like this. And we might be too late. This thing might just go, just race through all that shit. Who knows? It doesn't look like it, though. I mean, like, on the 1 hour chart, this looks like turbo bearish. This looks like a monstrous breaker that should send this thing disastrously lower. 45 seconds left. And there it goes. Liquidity at 10, snatched. 30 seconds. Now, we very well may get, if it runs too hot. Yeah. Gosh dang it. So frustrating. See, I don't like days like this. These huge candles and shit like this. We very well may get a fair value gap. So that's what we're going to be looking for. And then we'll try to play the fair value gap. I don't think we're going to get, you never know. Never know. So very interesting to watch, right? And that's why I don't just take those shorts. Even though you could have gotten 5 handles. I don't just take that, because a lot of times it's just a sweep like that. And so they just came and just snatched the liquidity right there. Look at this reach out, snatch someone, come on up. And now we are barreling towards a gap fill. And there's a lot of liquidity there and there. So it makes sense. This is going to come up and at least get to 22. Now coming back and retesting the old support, which had flipped, if you'll recall, 1450. All right, so we're being patient here. We have our order placed where we would really like to get in. Sometimes you be careful what you wish for, right? Like if the order gets filled right now, it's going to be looking pretty ugly. But it's pretty unlikely, I think, that we actually get filled right here. Probably going to have to wait until this fair value gap is formed. It'd be pretty wild if it didn't form at all, but we're only halfway through this candle. So it came back and got me, then it may not even form one. Wow, looks like it may come at 4 ticks away. Big candles today. I typically don't like these days. These gigantic candles. I actually got within 2 ticks. And it looks terrible. All right, we got us in. Good luck to us. Feels like a knife catch. Following my plan, you know. 1 minute left in this ugly ass candle. Let's see, it looks turbo bearish, but I got my signal. During this time frame is usually pretty reliable, especially in the middle of the hour. Sometimes these super ugly candles like this are on purpose. Sometimes it's just, hey, rejection city. More liquidity is building above, though. That's kind of what we're hoping for. We want more liquidity to be building above. That's the only thing that gives us hope. As of right now, this looks terrible, and we still don't have a fair value yet after all that. Is this a Fed day? I mean, look at these candles. What is going on? I'm just playing my signal. Have to remove emotion from it. I took my trade during the time frame that I wanted, the setup that I have outlined in my plan. At the end of the day, that's my only job at this point. It's not to try to figure anything out. You do that after hours, you're back testing. That's when you figure shit out. Tesla gaining some ground back after that horrendous day on Friday. That'll help me feel better about the day. So still a lot of weakness here. Could be bear bait. Could be bear bait. They may not realize that support has potentially been reclaimed here. attracting a lot of sellers. See a lot of sell stops starting to kind of accumulate between 10 and 15. So it could be bear bait, or it could just freaking wipe us out in half a second. Not looking great, I'll tell you that. Well, remember when I said it might just wipe us out right away? Here on the 1 hour, so that was a 21 EMA touch on the 1 hour is what that was. Yeah, this is not good. Boy, it was such a textbook setup too. These candles are a little large, for my ideal scenario. Ideally, I would have my stop below the subject candle, but I have a maximum stop limit of 20 ticks, and it doesn't get me there. I'm shy by about 6 ticks to do that. So that's kind of a bummer. But outside of that, the big candles, they always worry me. This is why. Fuckery. Yeah. Not good. Not good at all. Looks terrible. We are into the last minute of this candle. This is where true colors will come up. I mean, if this has any hope of going higher, any hope, it's got to move up now and close above this guy here. Otherwise, we're basically doomed. Doomed. Like, if it closes right here, doomed. Won't take long at all. Just be like, blah. It's got to come up. We've got to see a last second buy push. It's got to come up and close up here. And it doesn't seem to have the juice to do it. So we done, basically. Long story short. And there it goes. See you later. Won't take long. Anything's possible, but very unlikely this works out for us. I will not abandon it. I learned my lesson with that, but yeah, the liquidity is really building at 02 and 4500, and both of those are below us. We're a part of that liquidity, really. And so if we do get the fair value gap here, the bearish fair value gap, then I will have to take it. I will have to close, even if it hasn't stopped me out. If it ends like this and then the next candle comes up and hits here, I got to take it. I got to get out. Probably going to take me out anyway, but it's just overall just a very bearish look. And of course I get a long signal, which which right now looks like it was a fake out. Fuck you, basically. Fuckery. Which sucks, but what are you gonna do? Gotta trade your plan. That's all you can do. And one more tick and I'm out. And there it goes. Took me out. Well, it felt like a knife catch because it kind of was. Just one contract down 250 there. 737. This is proven no longer reliable piece of data. We got taken out at 325 right there. Forced to sell at the bottom. Fucking frustrating. And that's why I was saying, like, I prefer to have my stop beneath the low of that subject candle. And why I can't stand the big candle days. That's exactly why. And now I'm getting a signal to short at 675. But, man, that's tough to do. quiet on this one. If it washes me both ways, then essentially I'm just done. But I'm done for the day here shortly anyway. Very common thing that happens with me for some reason. I miss a clear signal in the open trade that would have worked. And then my next one is a loser. Like, almost guaranteed. It's so bizarre, but it's very, very common. Very, very common. And for whatever reason. Now, normally I would just not take this setup because I'd sort of be like emotionally hijacked. And I'm trying to just not be that way. But this is actually a signal as well. And this signal happens to be right at the body of support, or what should have been support, for what looked like was going to be a move higher that we longed earlier. So because I have the fair value gap there particularly, it would be nice even if it was even lower. But because of that, I feel like I have to take it, and I don't want to sit here and just take the trades that don't work. So we're giving it a shot. It is a signal. It's a legal signal for me. I have shortened up my stop on this one just to the minimum, which is the candle, the edge of the candle. Actually, I guess it needs to be one more tick, plus one tick. The candle where the fair value gap was created on, essentially. And you want to go one tick above that. If that candle gets breached, most likely this gap is done for anyway. My son just woke up. Goodness gracious. Look at this horse shit. Well, trying to machine wash me. It might work. Fuckers. Big liquidity is still at 4,500. But you see how this closed above the bearish fair value gap? That's a bad sign. Bad sign for me and where my stop is anyway. The higher lows. Mind you, if I had a big enough stop on the long, we would have still been in the trade. I got stepped out of the long at 3 1/4 right here, right in the wick, because this damn subject candle was so big. Otherwise, we would actually still be long. Not my day again. After a crazy win streak, we have now created a crazy losing streak. It doesn't seem to want to end. Go ahead, just do it. Just get it over with so I can log off. Good luck to me tomorrow.